Hello, hello. Hi, Ahmed.
How are you today?
Great and excited as always because I know that we are going to record another amazing masterpiece. And today is week 7. And our
Sure.
topic today is about paradigm shift, which is evolves strategic decision, actions, and feeling of urgency. Let's go.
I love this topic because this is one of the foundations after we build the vision. But before we start, I want to make sure all our audience we are on the same page. So I want them to just open their mind, open their heart, prepare a pen and paper, because really big things are coming ahead. And I want everyone who's listening to us to make sure that everything that have happened in their lives is absolutely essential to prepare them for the things that's going to for them to do. And that's the main point. By now, everyone should and must have a vision. And we talk a lot about that. But we're not talking about any vision because freedom requires big vision, requires persistent. And vision, it's not enough alone. We must develop a mindset with persistence. So there's another version inside of every one of us, including me, you, and everyone, that's dying to come out, which is 10x better than what you're doing currently. So I want everyone who's listening to us to ask himself or herself, am I ready to decide now to find that 10x person, the better inside of me, and get it out to the surface? Because this is our job in this world. God sent us to this world to create, to do better, for excellence, to have this life that we deserve. So this is our job, is to draw this other person inside of us to the outside and create new things. But here's the thing. Most of us refuse to believe, in themselves and their capabilities. And the only thing that now requires with this vision depends on the decisions and the choices they make. So everyone perceives himself or herself in a different way. So just I want everyone to look at their lives and look like the last 6 months. What are the decisions that they have made? What are the actions they have took? And from that point, they can know, is that aligned with their goals and their vision and their purpose? And here's the thing, I don't want them to be overwhelmed. It's okay. If they are not yet done what's enough, let's start from today. Our results always tell us always tells us the truth. Not sometimes, always. It's like a feedback. It's like a feedback. And here's the thing, that we should not start rationalizing at that point, because our results tells us our story in the past. It's based on our thoughts and mindset on the past, but that doesn't mean we should or dictate our future. So it's our responsibility to say enough is enough and start taking those feedback, not reacting to it, to those results, because this is one of the main things that's holding people back. And starting from now, asking yourself, what are you accepting? Is the thoughts that you are accepting are aligned with your goal or no? What are you choosing? Is the choices that you're taking is aligned from the person you want to become? And are you with the conformity or the impact? In which area you are? Are you still in the bondage mindset or in the freedom? So all those you can start benefiting from those questions to understand and study ourselves every day, at least for 1 hour. And from that point, we can take an extreme ownership of our life.
Yes, also a power of assumption is very important. What you assume, because what you get today is results of your assumptions in the past. And when you look at things which you have in your physical world, those things you have because you somehow assume that they belong to you, that you already there, and you had them already in your mind before they came to your reality. So what we assume and what we expect to happen, it plays a very significant role in our material world, because we live in simulation, and everything what happens around us physical reality is like a mirror. It is mirroring our assumptions, our decisions, our um, beliefs in the past, our actions in the past. And from now on, when you take control of your thoughts, you understand the power of decision making, as we already spoke about this, that it should be irrevocable, committed decision that you don't know how, but you committed, that you're taking everything what it takes to achieve your goal. And when you get in this frequency, this is what you assume that it is already your reality, because this reality already exists. It is already existing in different frequencies. So you have to grow from where you are now. You have to grow to that frequency to start attracting people, circumstances, events which aligned with your goal. And the only way is when you make committed decision, and when you think from the place as it is already your reality. When you do it today, not when you have something and when something happens, you see yourself as you're already that person, and you feel and think and act according to that person. And this is how this mirror, this physical reality, will start matching with your new assumptions, with your expectations, and the way how you see yourself.
Exactly. That's why taking the extreme ownership of your life and your results is extremely vital for your life. So when you take this responsibility, because responsibility is the key to freedom, you will take control back to this power to transform your life. Now, you should ask yourself, everyone who's listening to us, are you looking for problems? Are you a problem seeker or a solution seeker? Because whatever you focus on, it will grow. Setting this big goal, this inspiring goal, you must build a new model that be thinking big, letting the past dead, and let the old story, just let it go and do not control you, because all your thoughts must be focused on the present of the person who you want to become. That's why how the present must be driven by the future. So ask yourself, are you thinking bigger an idea about yourself? Or are you letting the past controlling you? Those are questions that must stretch you, because stretching is part of the deal. Stretching is, once you set big goals, it's about stretching. It's about getting out of your comfort zone, because if you're not stretching, there's no inspiration of what you're doing. You'll go for like an average goal, maybe good goal, something you know how to do, or you think you can do it. It's not about something that extraordinary. You don't know how, but you know that's what I want. That's what I want. Because that passion makes our life worthy of living. And there's lots of people that they don't even think about those things. They're just living, and they leave this world with nothing, without any impact, without anything else. So you can never get results beyond your level of thinking, as Elena said. So your thoughts are so essential. And here's the thing, that the currency of attracting what you want into your life is your thoughts. That's it, our thoughts. So this affirmative power is so essential to control what we accept, the ideas that are aligned, and not, we have to reject it. That must be a standard, because through my experience and even through my journey so far, I found that failure is one of the best teachers. And you will expect failure. What I'm telling now, I'm showing you principles. It's not techniques. Those are principles. So I've tried it and I succeed. I'm gonna get better every day in that. So I want you to know from now that you will fail, and that's part of the game. So you have to accept it, because having this millionaire mindset, if your goal is to hit the million, let's say, it was for me like maybe last year, you must embrace the failure and pivot for the future forward. So this is require understanding ourselves and define and specifying every day at least 1 hour to check your decisions. Are they aligned with your goal, your discipline, and your standards, and your self-image and the attitude? Are they aligned? But that requires understanding the laws of the mind. And we explained that in previous episode, but I will repeat it just to let you know that using your conscious mind, which is the guard of your life, is to just accept and reject. You have this power. It's a free will that God gave it to you. So your responsibility is to keep that image of your goal there. And anything that is not aligned with that image, you must reject. Anything that is aligned, so you can take those opportunities, you must accept. And in that way, you stay fused with your goal. And that requires persistent, requires deliberate practice, requires a lots of repetition. And this is how you start focusing on what do you really want, not anything else. And in this way, you start attracting the opportunities, because focusing on what you don't want will not get any added value. You will stay connected and stuck there. But once you focus your thoughts and the images and the feeling that's involved in with your goal, this is how you get through the way from where you are to your goal, and all the opportunities will start to open to you and you will start attracting it. But there's something challenging, which is the paradigm, which is your underlying belief system. It's called definition of paradigm. It's a mental program that's almost have exclusive control over your habitual behavior. And almost all our habitual behaviors are our behaviors are habitual. So here's the thing. This paradigm, which is part of the program that we're living, is impacting all our lives. Earning money, spending our time, our perspective, our looking, the productivity, the efficiency, anything we do is affected by this program, by this paradigm. There's good paradigms and there's bad paradigms. You have to identify it now. This is the first thing. How you could identify your paradigms? Just ask yourself impact questions. One of them, what triggers your fears, let's say? This is a paradigm. What doubts I have? Why I have this procrastination? Those are paradigms. All those paradigms, once you identify it, you must have and make a definite, revocable, committed decision to take over that. But first, write it down, whatever it is, write it down and burn it, let it go. And then you must reject all the ideas, because it's only a belief system. You took that, you accepted it, and you start repeating it, and then it became a paradigm. So the way first starts, you have to reject it, okay, and install a new one. So you burn it, you let it go, you reject all the ideas that come from the old conditioning, and you start through repetition, because the way how it installed to your program is through repetition, and you accepted it. So now you're installing a new paradigm, which is opposite to the old one, and through repetition, it will start replace. You don't fight the old one, but you replace it to make the old one obsolete. But here's the one thing that it will challenge you, which is your emotions. You must let your mindset be stronger than your emotions. This is how you jump from bondage to freedom. This is how you take control of your life. And through that journey, and from my experience, you need lots of things to get you up back, because there's things will knock you down. One of the things is a strong big why, your purpose. The second thing would be your desire, a burning desire, not any desire. It doesn't work. It must be a burning desire, your passion. It's knowingness, that that's it, that's me, that's what I want to have, or to be, or to do. Three, your standards. Your standards is essential for your success. It will accelerate your success. For your passion, you have to find it. You have to discover it. Journaling will help you with that. And through your journey, you'll discover your guts, the last one. So, two things are essential to create wealth. Two things. First, everyone is listening to us. Look at your current results and ask yourself, where am I? And the second thing, where you want to go. And the third question would be, what is the program that's controlling me? What's holding me back from achieving more? Is it a belief system? Is it fear? Is it leaving the corporate world and moving to have my own business? Whatever it is, it's a paradigm. We must make a shift regarding that paradigm and create new results, the goal that you deserve, the life that you deserve. Because if you keep the program in control, nothing will change. Most of the people, they start changing the behaviors. It doesn't work. This is not the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem is the paradigm.
Yes, and let's speak a little bit about the difference between knowing and doing, because there is a huge gap between what we know already and what we do. And all of you who listening to us will agree that if we would do what we already know, we would be so far ahead from where we are now. So there is a really big gap. So why this gap is happening? Why people know so much and do so less? Why we just get idea and start automatically doing it the next day? Why people make decisions and don't do that? Because there are different parts of our mind. And if Ahmed, you have your stick person with you today, yeah,
Yeah,
you
I will, I
know
will, I
that.
will, I will get it to be with me.
Yes, so we have a conscious mind and subconscious mind, and two different parts control different things. Conscious mind control what we know, and subconscious mind control what we do. So it's not enough to know something. It is important to
I
reprogram our
think, yeah,
conscious mind.
my
Yes.
friend.
Yeah, so this is stick person which Ahmed is showing you, and this is so helpful to understand how mind works. So when you see that upper circle on the top, it is divided to two parts. Upper part is conscious mind and lower part is subconscious mind. And subconscious mind has all those programs which control our behavior. And conscious mind is the knowledge which we have. We can go to so many different programs, attend events, get classes, read books, and it will not mean that we automatically will start implement that, because what we do is controlled by subconscious mind and is controlled by those programs. We are like machines, like computers. Which program you put in computer, only that program you can use. You cannot use, for example, Excel if you didn't install it in your computer. You have to install that. This is exactly what is needed. We don't reprogram those programs, those paradigms, by just knowing new things. It will not happen. We will know that but those programs will continue run on autopilot. As Ahmed said, that most of our behavior is on autopilot, it's just habitual. That is why, through repetition of new ideas, we only can reprogram our subconscious mind. And also, as Ahmed shared today, when you understand what exactly you want to reprogram, so you find out, just become aware of your negative thoughts, of your blocks, of your fears, of your doubts, of your beliefs, what you can do and what you cannot do. And when you write them down, you also write the opposites. You write the opposite statement for the each of these negative thoughts or beliefs which you find. So you know you have these beliefs, these thoughts, these blockages, and this is how they are reflected in your mirror, in this physical reality. So instead of them, you want to do the opposite. So you start writing the opposite down, and then you burn those, as Ahmed suggested, no negative, and you keep positive, and you read them every day. You see yourself as you are that person. If you, for example, if you know that you are not disciplined, if you maybe not on time, and is maybe you need um, more
Safe.
control. Yes, like you start telling yourself, I am very disciplined, I am very punctual, I always come on time, everything in order. Yes, like my room is in order, I keep everything very clear, everything is in order. Yes, and then you start seeing yourself as a very disciplined person, and this is what you start telling yourself. And in time, because you see yourself as a very disciplined person, you will start seeing the change in your behavior. Yeah, so it will not happen just overnight, that today you, for example, not disciplined and always come late, and then tomorrow you wake up and just with some miracle you're a different person. No, but if you start telling yourself this, you even write this every day, because it is even more strong, and you will start seeing that because you believe that you're a disciplined person, it start affect your actions. Because as Ahmad showed, in the stick person, subconscious mind, you see, it is connected to body. Next circle is it, our body. So when we impress new idea into subconscious mind, it makes our body to start acting accordingly what our subconscious accepted. And because we accept that we are a disciplined person, this is how our body starts being disciplined. Yes, and this is how we will see the reflection in the mirror. So this is all what is needed to start making conscious actions. Because before you heard us, before you came to this program, most of your behavior was unconscious. It was programmed by other people, your parents, your teachers, when you were infant. And now it is time to wake up and make this audit, yeah, audit of your habits, and see what you do which doesn't produce your actions, doesn't produce you results which you want. Identify them and write opposite, and then focus on them and start building new habits one at a time. You cannot change everything. You cannot just write the list of 10 things which you want to change and just immediately the next day start working on all of them. It will not work, because paradigms are very strong. They are like tree with the very deep roots which is going underground, and you don't see them, but they have so much power. That is why it is recommended to work only on one or maximum two habits at a time. Focus what is the biggest thing that you feel that causes your blockages, that causes you to be stuck, and start working on that. Make the list, go one or two at a time, practice it every day. And then when this new behavior becomes for you habitual, that you don't think about this and you don't need to put so much effort to do that, then you can move to the next habit. And this how you will replace the habits, because you cannot delete old beliefs. You cannot just delete them and say, oh, I want to cut that. You cannot cut. You can only replace by focusing on the opposite, putting your attention there where your attention is going, energy flowing. That is why how you will start becoming stronger. You will become conscious about doing things, new habits, and this is how your paradigms will change.
So the thing starts, as Elena said, with an irrevocable committed decision. This point, once you say that enough is enough, and here's the point, don't feel overwhelmed. You want to change all your life overnight. You just take one, maximum two. I prefer one. Just take it one. Ask yourself, what is the one habit? If I do, it will have a huge impact on my life for the next year, for this year, 25. So from that point, just imagine every 60 days, every 90 days, you ask yourself this question. So you have 4 habits per year, it become habitually, effortlessly you're doing it, you'll 10x your results by default. By default. So, but that revocable decision, there's one thing related to that, which is the success that you'll achieve requires 3 things. First thing is the decision that you want to take, whether it's commitment, whether it's leaving a job, changing a career, creating your own business. You have to define your decision that must be aligned with your goal. The second thing is to determine the price. You must determine the price that you have to pay. And the third thing, which is the essential, is be choosing and be willing to pay the price. Most of the people, they stop here. They are not ready to pay the price. If you're not willing, nothing will happen. If you're not willing to be in this program, you'll not get any results. If you are not all in with your goal, nothing will happen. If you are not ready to burn all the ships, burn all the bridges, nothing will happen. If you are not ready to let the old life, let it go and create from the new model, here's the change. Here's the real action, and here's the real transformation. So all this requires continuous understanding and raising your conscious awareness. So it's all about the awareness that you are at and being aware of the thoughts that you're thinking of. And after that, because thinking will create images and emotions will feel with feelings, and that will create a different vibration in the body, and this will push you to action based on this new vibration. So make sure that you are on the vibration and connected, fused with your goal, and the vibration and fuse of the goal. And here's where action happens, because once you act, action will change things. Action will start an opposite reaction to that from the physical world around of us, attracting environment, the relationships, the people around you, and all the circumstances and conditions. So here's a question to everyone who's listening to us. You have to be honest with yourself, because you cannot play small. And ask yourself, is my actions are all in? Your actions will always tell you how badly you want your goal. So if your actions are just small actions, you don't want your goal so badly. That doesn't work. You cannot be half in, half out and tell me, Ahmed, I'm not having any results. You must be all in. The second thing about action, you must act as if. And we have one model we talk about, one episode. It's all about the self-image. And once you act in this way, you're sending to the universe that I'm ready for that success that I deserve. That's worthy for me. And the third thing about acting as if is you must have that act as if with such a conviction that the universe has to comply with your desire. So you make every decision not based on the circumstances, but on where you see yourself in the future. That's the power of the self-image, where you must all your decisions, your disciplines, and the standards and the attitude must come from your goal, not to your goal, from your goal. From now, take an irrevocable decision to act as if you're wealthy, you're abundant, you're living a life of abundance. the opportunities comes to me. My sales are hitting. I'm hitting new records. Start changing, because all those images starts in the mind before it's physically. You feel, you see it in your eyes, and you listen to the people congratulating you of what you achieved. So I want everyone to start from today. Act as if you're wealthy. Act as if you are already the person you want to become. You must, everyone who's listening to us must practice every day 30 minutes on the person you want to become. And living that life that you dream, that you deserve to live. So the person who acts like this, like a millionaire, will start opening the new opportunities, will start opening the door to become a millionaire, because he must start with thinking. If you read the book Think and Grow Rich, it's called Think and Then Grow Rich. You must think first. You must think, feel, and act as if. You must embrace this principle. So as we said, that all those principles, and watch the world changing around you. It's your game.
Yes, and again, I would like to emphasize that be detached from reality, from your current circumstances, because your current circumstances are not the cause. It is effect. This is effect, and the cause is you. This is what many people don't understand. They just allow their current circumstances to dictate what they can do, and they don't understand that this is just a reflection of their previous beliefs, assumptions, and actions, decisions. And when you learn to detach from this physical reality, it means that from information which comes from your five senses and attached to information which you put in your mind in your invisible world which already exists, which you can see in your mind as creator, and understand that when you start change and you start thinking, feeling, and acting from that place which already exists in your imagination, this is how reality will start change. And you will find it that it happens totally unexpected way. You don't know how. You can meet somebody, you can receive an offer, you can find collaboration with somebody. You can know how it will happen. Your task is just to stay at that frequency. Your task is to be that person, to think as that person. And you will see how your physical reality will start change. It is like the mirror. You cannot expect mirror to smile at you before you smile. Yes, the reflection in the mirror is just reflection. It is effect of your smile. This is how when you start making these changes, when you change yourself within you, you become that new person who thinks in a new way, feels in a new way, acts in the new way. This is how your reality changes. And it can happen so fast. This change can happen so fast. It all depends on how fast you will get what we share with you today.
What a powerful lesson. And I want to close here with confirming that we never attract what we want. We attract who we are. So focus and accept and consider consistently on the ideas of the person who you want to become. And just remember, repetition is the mother of all learning. I want you to repeat this model maybe 3, 4, 5 times. And there's lots of questions you should answer. There's a worksheet. And this, through repetition, will create a huge shift, and you make a massive breakthrough in the next 90 days. Thank you, Elena.
Yes, and let's set the homework for this week that you observe your thoughts as we discussed today. You write down every day what negative thought came to your mind, what doubts you had, what fears you have, maybe feeling that you're not enough, or maybe that idea is too big for you. Just write down everything, observe your feelings and thoughts, write them all negative, whatever comes to your mind, and then purposefully rephrase them to totally opposite. Yes, observe this week all your thoughts, what is negative comes, and you say, I'm not going to have that thought anymore. And then become aware anytime when this thought comes, you can read or prepare opposite, start reading opposite statements every day. So you will become aware of your thoughts, and this is how you will start changing them, replacing them. The first is to become aware. The next one is to change, replace them. And when you do this practice, you will see how empowering it is and how you will start getting in control.
Thank you.
So do this week, and we are meeting you in a week for our next module.